Hi, and welcome to the Highline with Liam Anderson Motorsports. I'm Jenny Funk, the Communications and Marketing Manager for Liam Anderson Motorsports, LLC.
Hi, I'm Liam Anderson, driver of the number 18 Coyote chassis.
Hi, I'm Sean Anderson. I'm the crew and car chief for the number 18 Coyote Zenith.
And we're going to talk a little bit today about some NASCAR dreams and some car dreams.
Sounds like fun.
Hi, I'm Liam Anderson, driver of the number 18 Coyote chassis. I want to say thanks to Crouch Auto Body for sponsoring us this season. You can call Crouch at 410-398-9420 or visit them online at crouchab.com for all your auto body needs.
Okay, so diving right in, we talked a little bit before about you having some dreams of becoming a NASCAR driver. So you guys have talked to me a little bit about how kart racing is actually, even though it's not very well known, is actually a kind of a pipeline into NASCAR driving.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain that a little bit to me?
Well, I mean, it all starts when you're young. A lot of the NASCAR drivers got their start in kart racing. If I can just name a few, probably Joey Logano, Jeff Gordon for sure. It all starts there.
Dale Jr.
Dale Jr. Yeah, can't forget Dale Jr. Yeah. So if you've ever seen the Dale Earnhardt movie, it's where he started. It's where his dad, got him out there and practiced and taught him a few things and just kept hammering at certain aspects of it to make him better and just to keep him going and to make sure that he was getting everything down packed. And a lot of people don't take it seriously. They don't understand. We want to try to get the message out there that kart racing is not just putting a go-kart on the track and allowing the kids just to go around and around. And, part of it is fun. And that's one thing that is about kart racing is the kids have a lot of fun. I know Liam has a lot of fun out there.
It's so fun. I can't even put it in words.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things where if you're having fun, you never work a day in your life. And that's one of the most common sayings. We focus on Liam having fun and, we put him on the track and allow him to experience that, to have the fun and, try to make it better for him and just keep going with it. And he just seems to enjoy it so much. So it's just where it all starts.
Okay. Yeah, I know that it's still mind-blowing to me that it's not very well known, especially considering, not only the background for NASCAR, right, but some NASCAR drivers have their kids in kart racing.
That's true.
Right now. That's
true. So racing headquarters, we want to talk about that. We may have mentioned that in a prior episode, but the Charlotte area is racing headquarters. It's where not all, but most of the race shops are located. It's where everybody's together. I believe simply because that's where they get the parts and all the engine shops and things like that for the low cost teams, but also the teams that are well known, such as Stewart Haas Racing or Hendrick Motorsports. They're all around the Charlotte area, and that's quite possibly why a lot of folks in this area don't know about it. But Joey Logano is from Connecticut, so it all has to start somewhere.
Yeah, I was going to say, definitely. I'm sure, I know that you guys have a race coming up at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it's our first race, the Spring Nationals, the CKNA brand new Northeast Division this year. So.
I'm a little nervous because starting off with a Legends race is a little bit nerve-wracking because it's your first race of the season and you're getting thrown in right with the big boys.
Yeah,
right
so
away.
that's definitely a challenge that we're going to face. It's not necessarily the big boys as per se that he's going to be thrown in with. He's going to be thrown in with people in his class, which is the Sportsman Series, and they're still running the same rule package pretty much that we're running. So Of course, we got to follow the rule book, but he's going to be in with kids his age, but they may be more experienced. So it's definitely going to be a challenge.
Because of the difference in area.
Yep.
I mean, you better get in that iRacing seat and get some practice in then, huh?
Yeah.
But even though this will be the start of the season for you, it won't be your only time going to Charlotte Motor Speedway. And at least then you'll have the experience under you, right?
Well, I've been to Charlotte Motor Speedway, but I never actually raced there. I mean, I was on the track. I got to drive around there. Well, didn't drive, but ride around there.
He remembers that very well. And that was definitely fun.
Well, I remember going through the outside, but he said we went through the Roval, and I see videos of it. And yeah, we did go through the Roval, but I do not remember going through the Roval.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a fun experience.
Yeah. So we're going to be there for at least 2 days, and there's going to be practice sessions and things like that. And you know, out of all seriousness, I know it's a very serious thing that we're racing in Cup Karts this year, but it's a learning experience. You still have to let him be a kid. You still have to have him, have fun, and we're not going in with high expectations, but it would really be nice to bring home a race one.
Yes, it would.
It would be nice, but at least you'll get the experience. So speaking of racing, we've talked a lot about NASCAR. Are there any other racing divisions that you guys are interested in or that you follow at all?
Is there that you follow?
That I follow? I follow a lot of dirt racing.
A lot of dirt racing?
For sure. Yeah, dirt racing is definitely popular.
Well, it's I have respect for the people that do it because it is hard.
It is very hard. It's very difficult.
I was going to say it's got to be a lot different than being on pavement.
But,
yeah.
But speaking of that, I mean, Liam, Liam will tell you that asphalt is hard as well because you're fighting track temperature, your tire pressures, and a lot of the tracks that we race at, like Sandy Hook Speedway in Hartford County. You're constantly turning. You're constantly turning that wheel. And we haven't talked about the physical aspect of things yet, but Liam, he's pushing 3 Gs every corner. And at 100 pounds, that's 300 pounds of force on a 10-year-old. So
how do your arms feel after a race on that speedway?
Can't put it in words. Another thing I can't put in words.
You sore?
Out of one race, I am very sore. But you got heat race, you got the final race, but you have the 3 practices, and then you have qualifying.
So you have
6 rounds of
and it's brutal, and especially if it's hot out. We try to keep them hydrated, but I got to be honest with you. I got one of the adult cars, and I went around probably 2-3 times, and I felt like I was going to get sick.
And you spun out.
And I spun out. So my hat's off to him. Yeah, I respect him.
I was going to say you're behind the scenes, but definitely it's hard work, and I know that he gets real tired after. So, all right, we'll go back to NASCAR for just a moment. And who's your favorite NASCAR driver?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch?
Kyle Busch.
Yep, definitely Kyle Busch. Shout out to Kyle Busch and his team members because we've been at several NASCAR races, especially our local track, which is Dover International Speedway, and the team was just excellent. And there's no other way to put it. He's little. He's wearing his M&M's jacket. They allowed him to help push the car in inspection and get in the garage area. And he's actually met Kyle Busch twice, and Kyle has just been awesome.
Wow. The one time I actually got to hug him, shake his hand and everything.
He did. He hugged him and shook his hand and signed his hat.
But the other time was just a wave. He called me buddy. He acted like we're best friends.
Yep, he sure did. That's for sure.
That's awesome.
He was in a hurry to get to his car too. So
yeah. So
is that where your number comes from? Is that why you chose 18?
Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes, no, maybe
yeah.
So.
That was something I did for him for sure because he's such a Kyle Busch fan, and I like Kyle. I really do.
Well, I know that Earnhardt was your favorite driver, senior, before he passed. So who is your current favorite driver?
Well, obviously my next pick was Dale Earnhardt Jr. I had to pull for him. And, the July that he went to Daytona, 6 months later after his father was killed in turn 4, he made moves that his father told him to win that race, to come back and win that race. And, that was just, that was emotional, and it was a godsend. And I just, I've always pulled for the Earnhardts. I love the Earnhardts. I've met them. Everybody is just absolutely spectacular as a person. But the current driver that I root for now since Earnhardt Jr. retired is Martin Truex Jr.
You really like the salt of the earth drivers.
Yeah, I mean, the drivers that, there's a reason why I pick a driver, and it may be different from why a kid picks a driver. I think Liam has picked Kyle because he's been so good to him over the years. But the reason why I pick a driver is I also look on the outside of things, not just how they do in a race car. I pull for them no matter what. But, on the outside, what are they doing in their community, and, what type of person are they, and things like that. And, Martin Truex has raised money for cancer, and, I've met him once or twice, and he's just an all around stand up guy. So,
and I can see the relation there because you guys, raise awareness for childhood cancer research.
Yeah.
I really do like Corey LaJoy. I just found out.
You just found out? So we actually got a chance. I actually got a chance to talk to Corey just a little bit over social media, and Corey is an awesome guy. And all the NASCAR drivers are great for the most part. Some of them their personalities are a little, but it comes with the territory. It really does, because you have to be aggressive. You can't make excuses. It's your job to go out and win races, and things happen on the track, but hard work. That's what it all boils down to, is hard work.
So Corey LaJoy, huh? How does it feel to know that he is following you?
I can't explain.
You can't explain it?
I can't explain it again.
Can you give me like a word?
A word.
A word.
Listen to his personality. You're a mess boy.
Smart pants.
Pretty much.
He gets it honest.
How do you feel about it? I mean, how do you feel about having direct access to NASCAR and having everybody follow you like that? I mean, that's what is it to you? I know what it is to me.
Once again, I can't explain it.
Yeah,
it's awesome. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to put
just
into
at
words.
A loss. Yeah, it is very hard.
You start off, and in a blink of an eye, you see all these NASCAR drivers like, oh, go Liam, go Liam.
Yeah.
So a little story of when he met Kyle Busch in the pits at Dover in the garage area. Liam just stopped, and his eyes were as big around as plates, dinner plates, and he was just like, he couldn't speak, he was starstruck. Mm-hmm. And, Kyle was in a bright green fire suit, with interstate batteries on it. And, he's just like, come here, kid, give me that hat. And I say, he had a few minutes before he had to get in the car. I said, Liam, talk to him. He's a person. But I remember when I was a kid, it's, meeting somebody like that, it's almost surreal. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. I can't imagine. I know when I saw that he was following you, I was jumping for joy. So,
yeah.
And speaking of these big things for you, you just got some international or at least national level recognition because you had a story written about you in our local paper, the Cecil Whig, by Miss Jane Bellmeyer. And she gave us some news last night that you have been picked up by AP News, where your article has. How do you feel about that?
I can't put it in words.
Just everything's leaving you speechless, huh?
Words.
Are you excited?
The blessings that happened in 1 year is crazy.
Absolutely, especially when families working together to support you. It seems to be.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal, the amount of support that we've had out there, family, fans, friends. It's one of those things that we just can't thank everyone enough for. And I'm going to be honest with you, I cried.
Yeah.
I did. I had tears in my eyes. It's just wonderful.
I know. I remember you sent me the message and I hopped up and had to run over and be like, are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah. It looks like, you've got a real shot at your dreams.
I do.
He's got the talent. And,
absolutely.
One of the things that we worry about is the finances. The finances is just so hard, especially in an economy like this. Being a single father, or just an only father, I should say, it's very difficult to pull everything together, especially racing on top of that. But one thing's for sure, Liam has the talent. And I know he has the talent. And if he sticks to his guns, we're just hoping that, corporate sponsorship could pick him up. Which, by the way, we're looking for sponsors.
Yeah.
So.
I know that you have the talent, but you also have the drive. You push yourself. A lot of people think that, it's you pushing him.
No.
And I have seen you talk him down off of a ledge several times now.
Yeah, he pushes himself beyond belief, and it's something that he wants so bad that, as a father, you can't just sit there and let an opportunity like that pass by. You got to do everything that's in your power to make that happen for him. And we're going to push. We're serious, and we're going to push.
You want to push for it, bud?
Always.
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 I know.
Yeah, this is something that he wants to do. And, no matter what he wants to do, I'm always going to stand behind him no matter where he goes and, help him get there. But this dream is not a pipe dream. It's within reach, and it can happen.
It's going to happen.
So speaking of dreams, I know that one of your dreams is to get an old car and fix it up with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of cars have you guys been looking at?
Mustang.
Well, yeah, Dad hasn't been looking at anything because I've been looking at my wallet, and that's just not going to happen right now. But, it's kind of funny with technology now because, Liam, of course, he has an iPad. And he's already downloaded the eBay Motors app. And hey, Dad, this thing's only $50,000. And I'm like, come on,
That's
man!
not
Like,
Only $50,000.
you got to get a job.
No, I don't.
I was gonna say I don't think your chore money will cover it.
No, I got it.
It took me 55,000 years just to get that
Yeah.
flipping car, but I don't care. I'll do what it takes to get a car to fix it up with my dad.
Why do you look forward to fixing up a car with your dad?
Memories.
You make some memories with them.
Time together is definitely it. I can teach him just about everything I know, and I know very little. I went to automotive school. I know a few things. I've built engines before, and I've put transmissions and things like that inside cars, and I know the gist of things. I can teach him what I know, but just to have the resources to do that is difficult. When you don't necessarily have the hundreds of thousands of dollars to pour into something like that, like some folks have, that they have to do that with. But it doesn't necessarily have to start there. It could be a Honda Civic, or it could be a little car that he could fix up to learn to appreciate the drive and things like that. And we look forward to doing that, and hopefully soon we can work on something like that.
Probably closer to the time that you're going to get your license, huh?
Yeah.
Somewhat closer. So, if resources were not a barrier, if you guys, don't worry about the money or whatever, if you could drive any car, either on or off the track, you choose, if it's something that you want to go fast, and you can tell me both, whatever, what you want to drive, regularly, what kind of cars would you guys drive?
I would drive a 2019 Corvette off track. NASCAR car on track.
Yeah.
It's very specific.
Yeah.
You want to tell us why?
Corvette sounds nice, and it looks really nice.
Yeah, they do look really good.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the new one, I'm going to be honest, but
I think there's some beautiful cars.
Yeah, they are pretty, but the body design is a little off from what it used to be. It's a mid-engine car, so they had to make some adjustments. When Liam was a little ways after he was born, I had a 2001 Pontiac Trans Am that I just couldn't fix up. It was a dream of mine to make that happen, so I did sell it to a good buddy of mine, Donnie, and he's got it now, and he's working on it, and looking to get it painted and things like that. But I don't know why, but the Trans Am has always been my favorite car. It may have started with Knight Rider. It may or may not have. So I've always been a fan. I'm sorry.
You have the theme going in my head now. Okay, so Trans Am for you, Corvette for you.
I can go with the Trans Am.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
Yeah.
It is a nice car.
You remember riding in that thing?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you rode in it a couple times.
I didn't like it because I was a little young and it was loud.
It was loud. It was fast too. Well, we won't talk about that.
Okay.
Should have kept your mouth shut. I understand it's fun, but you can't say that.
We can say whatever we want.
Yeah, it's our podcast.
We had a lot of fun in that car,
We
man.
did.
A lot of fun. I've had some fun riding in cars with you over the years. A lot of don't tell moms before we go anywhere.
Don't tell the podcast either.
All right, I won't. I'll keep quiet. All right, well, this has been the High Line with Liam Anderson Motorsports, and we're going to sign off for the evening.
Thank you, race fans.